Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich with Emery Hunt, the Zarda Playbook, and we're bringing you Week 10 coverage of the NFL season. We have Philadelphia at San Diego, the Eagles coming off a disappointing loss to division rival Dallas at home. On the other hand, the Chargers went into the Meadowlands and shocked the Giants by 1 point in that under a minute. They got that win there. The Eagles have switched up their offense a little bit. They like to run the ball a little more, get Donovan McNabb in second and third and manageable, more than second and third and long. What are your keys to victory for Philly?
Keys to victory for Philly, you look at what the Chargers don't do well, which is stop the run. So you look at all those running backs you're just saying, Weaver, Westbrook, who should play this week, as well as McCoy. All three guys should have some success rushing the football. The Chargers are weak up the middle right now. Jamal Williams, big loss, so they should have some success running the football. 2, you look at the quick game. The Chargers want to get after McNabb. They're going to come after the quarterback, so you look at your quick game with your slip screens, your bubble screens, your slants, your hitches, your stop routes. All those are big against pressure defense, running backs in the flats, running backs on arrow routes. So you have to utilize your quick passing game to slow down this rush. 3rd, defensively, the Eagles do have cornerbacks that are not afraid to go up and challenge wide receivers. You look at Sheldon Brown, you look at Asante Samuel. Both guys are aggressive corners. They like to get up in the air, play high ball with the Chargers, tall wide receivers. They have to do that this week. Those are the keys to victory for the Eagles.
And for San Diego, Norv Turner has felt like he's got 1,000 pounds lifted off his shoulders after 3 consecutive victories after that embarrassing loss Monday night a couple weeks ago against Denver. Now, what are your keys to victory for San Diego, who also has changed their offense since over the years? It's no more LT all the time. It's Phillip Rivers. He's hitting Vincent Jackson, who is developing into a top 5 receiver, and Darren Sproles. That reception he had against the Giants on the last drive was huge. Him against any linebacker or even a secondary player is a good matchup for the Chargers. What are your keys to victory here for the Bolts?
Well, keys to victory for San Diego is the biggest thing they have to is A-gap protection. They have to protect the A-gap, both sides of the center, because the Eagles bring most of their pressure comes up the middle, right at Rivers. He stands there in the pocket because he's not going to go anywhere. He's not as mobile as most quarterbacks, but he is pretty quick. But he can get the ball off. But they're going to have to protect that A-gap, number 1. 2, you look at the matchup. Like you said before, the Eagles are thin at linebacker right now, aside from Witherspoon, really good linebacker from the University of Georgia. So you look at the matchups of those running backs in the passing game, your Sproles. You look at Thompson. Those guys are going to have to be huge in the passing game against those linebackers to make some plays downfield. That's going to help loosen up that pressure. And 3rd, you have to somebody on the Chargers team has to step up and take the reins of the number 2 wide receiver spot. The top 2 receivers are Jackson and Gates. Gates is a tight end. He's a phenomenal tight end, one of the best tight ends in the league. But there's a void at that number 2 spot at receiver. Somebody has to step up and take that spot. I like Philly on the road because Philly can run the football. I think Philly also has the potential. I think San Diego's success is short-lived for this week. And North Turner goes back on the hot seat. But I do like San Diego long-term in the AFC West. But this is a good game. I like the Eagles.
Well, long-term, the AFC West, that second spot needs to be filled by Malcolm Floyd, Buster Davis, Legadou Nanane. They let go of Chris Chambers, who's now a Chief for a reason. But I'm taking Philly in this game also. 2 of the 3 losses by the Chargers already have been at home, so they're susceptible to a poor game at home. So I like Philadelphia in this one also. For more, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.